in last lecture we have studied the different hormones which are secreted by pancreas and the different hormones which are secreted by male gonad and female gonad. Related to that, there is one question which is asked in 2017. Here is the question. First of all, we read it. GnRH, a hypothalamic hormone needed in reproduction, acts on. What is the question here? GnRH means gonadotropin releasing hormone, which is hypothalamic hormone. That means it is secreted by hypothalamus. It is needed in reproduction. It acts on. What is the function of this GnRH? Here 4 options are given. The first option here, it acts on anterior pituitary and stimulates secretion of LH and oxytocin. Second option, it acts on anterior pituitary gland and stimulates secretion of LH and FSH. Third, it acts on posterior pituitary gland and stimulates secretion of oxytocin and FSH. And fourth option, it acts on posterior pituitary gland and stimulates secretion of LH and relaxin. Can you guess the answer here? What will be the answer? As you know, the hormones which are secreted by hypothalamus are acting on anterior pituitary. It is not acting on posterior pituitary. So here C and D options are automatically cancelled because hypothalamic hormone is not acting on the posterior pituitary gland. So both these options are cut out. Then remaining 2 options here we can see anterior pituitary gland and secretion of LH and oxytocin, and anterior pituitary gland and stimulation secretion of LH and FSH. As you know, the hormone oxytocin is secreted by posterior pituitary. It is not secreted by anterior pituitary. So this option will cut off and the option remaining here is the B, and therefore the correct answer of this question is the B option, that GnRH, a hypothalamic hormone needed in reproduction, acts on anterior pituitary gland and stimulates secretion of LH and FSH. Okay? Understand? Now the next point here, some small points are there which are secreting hormones. Here is the placenta. In Marathi we can call it as a var. हे जन्माच्या वेळेला गर्भाशयामध्ये बाळाच्या भोवती हे प्लासेंटा स्ट्रक्चर तयार झालेलं असतं. त्याला आपण इथं मराठीमध्ये वार असं म्हटलं जातं त्याला. दिस प्लासेंटा इज इंटिमेट कनेक्शन बिटवीन fetus and uterine wall of the mother for physiological exchange of the material. During pregnancy period, the embryo present inside the uterus and that embryo is getting nourishment from the mother, and that physical connection is taking place with the help of this placenta which is formed in between the fetus and uterine wall of the mother. त्या गर्भाशयाची वॉल जी असते त्याचं आणि त्या फिटसचं कनेक्शन झालेलं असतं, and that structure is called as a placenta. This placenta is a temporary endocrine gland. Only it is present during the pregnancy period and it is secreting different hormones, and afterwards this placenta is removed from the female body, and therefore this placenta is called as a temporary endocrine gland, and this placenta is secreting different types of hormones during pregnancy such as estrogen, progesterone, HCG, human chorionic gonadotropin, and human placental progesterone. So there are different types of hormones which are secreted by this placenta: estrogen, progesterone, HCG, human chorionic gonadotropin, and human placental progesterone. And all these hormones are responsible for maintenance of the pregnancy and nourishment to the baby. So here these hormones check the contraction of uterine muscles and also maintain the thickness of uterine endometrium. Thus they help in maintaining the pregnancy. So all these hormones are responsible for maintaining of the pregnancy. So when there is placenta well developed, the pregnancy is continued, and before placenta development the miscarriage will take place. So here in diagram we can see what is the placenta. Here is the mouth of the uterus, we can call it as cervix. This is the uterus and this is the uterine wall, you can see, and in uterine wall this is the baby, and कॉल्ड एज अम्बिलिकल कॉर्ड, ज्याला आपण नाळ म्हणतो आपण, आणि ह्या नाळीपासून ही जी स्ट्रक्चर दिसते इकडे, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज अ प्लासेंटा. हिअर यू कॅन सी दिस इज अम्बिलिकल कॉर्ड and this is the placenta. After delivery that placenta is also coming outside the uterus, and this is the structure. It is organic connection, physical connection between the baby and mother for the nourishment and for the transportation of material or exchange of material from the mother body and the fetus body. So this is the placenta secreting 4 types of hormones: estrogen, progesterone, HCG, human chorionic gonadotropin, and human placental progesterone. Okay. Now the next point here, the hormones of intestinal tract. There are different hormones which are responsible for our intestinal tract, that is related to our digestive system. Our digestive system is secreting different types of enzymes, and for the secretion of these enzymes the message is given by the different types of hormones. There are 4 types of hormones which are secreted in our gastrointestinal tract. म्हणजे आपला जो अन्ननलिकेचा मार्ग आहे त्याच्यामधून हे 4 हार्मोन सिक्रेट केले जातात. गॅस्ट्रिन सिक्रेटिंग cholecystokinin CCK, or it is also called as a pancreozymin PZ, and gastric inhibitory peptide GIP, or it is also called as a enterogastrone. So these are the new names given in the new syllabus here, pancreozymin or enterogastrin. First, in 11th chapter human nutrition we have studied action of these 4 hormones. It is repeated point here in this chapter. So here you can see the different types of hormones, where they are located, what is the mode of action, and where they are functioning and for what they are functioning. So here the first hormone, gastrin, which is secreted by gastric mucosa. There are gastric glands present in our stomach, and in that gastric gland gastric mucosa structure is present, and by this gastric mucosa the gastrin is secreted, and this gastrin is acting on the gastric glands present in the stomach, and they are responsible for stimulation of secretion of HCl and pepsinogen. HCl, that is dilute HCl, secreted in our stomach, and pepsinogen, as you know, it is responsible for digestion of the protein. This pepsinogen is responsible for conversion of pepsinogen into pepsin. The HCl is required, and therefore the secretion of HCl and pepsinogen is carried under the influence of gastrin, which is secreted by gastric mucosa. Second hormone here, secretin, which is also secreted by gastric mucosa. It acts on exocrine pancreas. Exocrine pancreas means pancreatic acini or pancreatic lobules, which are secreting pancreatic juices or pancreatic enzymes. So here this secretin enzyme or hormone, it is acting on the exocrine pancreas, and these exocrine pancreas are stimulated for the secretion of water and bicarbonate ions to form pancreatic juice. So here this is the different action of this gastrin and secretin. Now the third hormone, cholecystokinin CCK, here, or pancreozymin PZ. It is also secreted by gastric mucosa, and it is acting on pancreatic and gallbladder. Pancreas वरती ऍक्ट होणार आहे आणि gallbladder वरती ऍक्ट होणार आहे, and it stimulates secretion of pancreatic enzymes and bile juice respectively. As you know, the pancreas secreting different enzymes, and that juice is called as a pancreatic juice, and liver is secreting a juice, different chemicals, that is called as a bile juice. So this hormone CCK, cholecystokinin, is responsible for acting on pancreatic and gallbladder, and they are stimulating the secretion of pancreatic juice and bile juice. And last here, GIP, gastric inhibitory peptide, or you can call as an enterogastrone, which is secreted by this gastric mucosa. It is inhibiting the gastric secretion and slows gastric contractions. Means if there is no food material taken in our body, then there will be no need of different enzymes, and hence to suppress the other enzyme secretion to suppress the gastric inhibitory movement. This hormone GIP is functioning there and they are inhibiting the gastric secretion and slows down gastric contraction. So these are the 4 different types of hormones secreted by this gastrointestinal tract. First is gastrin, second is secretin, third is CCK, that is cholecystokinin, and fourth is GIP, gastric inhibitory peptide. Okay, so we have to see the next very short points are there. This is the hormones of the heart. As you know, the heart is also secreting a hormone that we have already studied in the excretion chapter, that is atrial wall of the heart is secreting atrial natriuretic factor ANF, and this is the hormone secreted by heart. The atrial wall of the heart secretes a peptide hormone which is known as atrial natriuretic factor ANF. What is the action of ANF? It decreases blood pressure and increases sodium excretion by the kidney. Blood pressure is decreases because when GFR increases, as you know, the functions of kidney, when GFR increases, blood pressure is increases, but it is up to certain limit. Beyond that, blood pressure should not be increased. So here the atrial wall secretes a peptide hormone which is called as the atrial natriuretic factor, which is decreasing the blood pressure and also it increases sodium excretion by the kidney. This hormone is secreted when blood pressure is increases. When there is increase in blood pressure in our body, then and then only our heart wall, that is atrial wall, is secreting ANF. If there is no increase in blood pressure, there will be no secretion of this ANF. So it causes dilation of blood vessel due to which blood pressure decreases. What is the function of this ANF? It is acting as a vasodilator. The blood vessels are getting dilated and automatically the blood pressure will be decreasing and the sodium excretion by the kidney is taking place. So these are 2 important functions which are carried out by this ANF, and here it is secreted. When it is secreted, blood pressure is increased a level, then and then only ANF is secreted. So this is the small point related to hormones of heart. Now there are different hormones which are secreted by kidney. Some information we have studied in the excretion chapter, remaining information we have to study in this point. There are different hormones which are secreted by this kidney. So here the juxtaglomerular cells of the kidney, JG cells, we can see here. These cells secrete hormone which is called as erythropoietin. And this erythropoietin is responsible for erythropoiesis, that is formation of red blood corpuscles, RBCs. So it stimulates the bone marrow for the production of RBCs. So as you know, the RBCs are formed by our bone marrow, and in bone marrow the stimulation of the cells which are present in the bone marrow for the production of RBCs, that stimulation is given by this erythropoietin. The erythropoietin is secreted by the juxtaglomerular cells present in our kidney. So it is the first hormone secreted by kidney. Then calcitriol. This is the second hormone which is secreted by the kidney. This calcitriol is a steroid hormone which is secreted by kidney in response to parathyroid hormone. Parathyroid hormone which is secreted by our parathyroid glands, and related to this parathormone or parathyroid hormone, calcitriol is secreted by the kidney. This calcitriol is the active form of vitamin cholecalciferol D3. Vitamin D3 we can observe in here, and this is vitamin 3 is active form calcitriol which is secreted by our kidney. It stimulates the absorption of calcium and phosphate ions in the digestive tract. It means it decreases blood calcium level, and that decreased calcium means the calcium is getting absorbed in the digestive tract. So it is the action of this calcitriol. It stimulates the absorption of calcium and phosphate ions in the digestive tract. So here the 2 main hormones which are secreted by the kidney, erythropoietin responsible for red blood cell formation, and calcitriol which is active active form of vitamin cholecalciferol, that is vitamin D3, and it is responsible for stimulation of absorption of calcium and phosphate ions in the digestive tract. So it is the different hormones secreted by kidney. Next here point is the hormone therapy, HT. We can call it as the hormone therapy is the use of hormones in the medical treatment. There are different disorders are occurring in our body due to the deficiency of hormone, and to overcome or to cure these disorders we have to use different hormonal treatment, and that hormonal treatment is called as here hormone therapy, HT. So this hormone therapy is applied in pregnancy because there are low secretion of these different hormones that we have seen: estrogen, progesterone, relaxin or testosterone. And if these hormones are secreted very low condition, there will be problem in the pregnancy. So to treat the pregnancy we have to use these different hormones. Then the menopause condition, that means stopping of menstrual cycle after the age of 45 to 50 in females, the menstrual cycle is getting stopped, and after menopause, it is called as a menopause. After menopause there will be hormonal imbalance in the female body, and to treat that hormonal imbalance the hormone therapy is used. Then osteoporosis, ऑस्टिओपोरोसिस म्हणजे इथं बोन काय होतात, ठिसूळ व्हायला लागतात ड्यू टू डेफिशियन्सी ऑफ विटॅमिन D3 or we can see calcitriol. So by the action of these hormones we can treat the osteoporosis. Then growth hormone deficiency, in suppose some children are at the growing age and if that children are not showing the proper growth, then we have to treat those children with the help of this growth hormone therapy, so to increase the height at the sufficient level. Then insulin resistance, some patients are showing type 2 diabetes, and to cure that diabetes we use the insulin injection or insulin treatment to fight against the diabetes. Then in cases of cancer we can use the different hormone therapy. So there are number of disorders which can be cured or can be altered with the help of different hormone therapy. These are the some examples here are given. So this is our last point we have completed. So this is a very long chapter. We have started control and coordination. In this chapter we have studied the nervous tissue. In that neurons and neuroglial cells, there are 6 different types of neuroglial cells are present. How they are functioning, what is the different types, their functions we have studied. Then we have studied how the nerve impulse is formed, generation of nerve impulse and excitation of nerve impulse, transportation of nerve impulse through the synapse, electrical synapse or chemical synapse. Then we have studied the nervous system, central nervous system, all the points related to central nervous system. Then peripheral nervous system and autonomous nervous system, all these systems, structure, functions and their all related points. And then we have studied the sense organs, different receptors, the structure of eye and structure of ear. And then we have started the hormonal coordination. There are different endocrine glands which are present in our body. Out of that, pituitary gland is the master endocrine gland, and it is controlling all the other endocrine glands, and these all endocrine glands are secreting different types of hormone that we have studied in this chapter. So you study well, and if you have any query please ask me. So thank you very much.